Now we can do some basic math to variables. So we can say print var1 to var2 plus var2 and var1 plus 10. So we have some basic understanding of print and variables. Now say I wanted to set a variable with my name. So I can call this user name and equal that to quotation marks 0. Now we see here that this 0 is green and this 0 is kind of red. This means that this is a number and Python is going to treat it like a number, and this is a piece of string, a text. So Python is going to treat it like a text. Now this we would call an integer, or int for short, and here this would be called a string, or str for short. Now if I wanted to print username, I would do just that. And say I commented out here, this should give me 0 because username as a variable equals 0. So say I have my username and I want to have the user tell me their username. We would use the function input. So input, some parentheses, and then we have a prompt. Basically, what are we trying to ask? Put in quotation marks and say, what is your name? And remember to put a space afterwards. That's important for later. Now we can say run. We can see that Python has asked, what is your name? I can say Ty, and so now we have input from Python. Now say we want to set username to the input. We would then type username equals to the user's input. So now we're setting the variable instead of 0 to whatever the user inputs here. This has come out as 0. Yes, so we want to make sure that this is a string and not a number, because if it's a string, if it's a number, then Python won't print it out. So in order to use convert a number to a string, we use the int function. So int parentheses, and at the very end parentheses again. This is going to wrap the input tag in an integer. So if we run this converts it into a number, but we want it to convert into a string, so we use str and save, run. My name is Ethan and we have an input 0. So if we remove this, I see the issue. So we see here that I did not include the capitalization of n, which makes that think that those two weren't the same, and it made a new variable. But now if we try again, we can see it spat out Ethan.